I think it should be on our website, but if not, please write to me. I will send you the feasibility study, as it's a public document, which the main beneficiary was the Institute of Public Health, and there are many of the aspects of how much that complies with water standards, according to the EU Water Directive. That is. Thank you.
Yeah. Are you doing anything about green buildings? I mean, as I know, according to my information, there's no green building in Kosovo, neither in the region, like in Serbia, Montenegro, or Macedonia, and not even in Albania. Is there any project that you know that is going on?
No, we actually in our let's say infrastructural programs we aim at energy efficiency in the buildings that we construct or we reconstruct. But I should also point out that most of our assistance, although it's guided by us, it should come from the Kosovo government. Meaning that the final beneficiary is the Kosovo government and should later on maintain what we give. So it's, I would say, even if we want to do it, then it means that somebody should be the owner and somebody should maintain it. And sometimes I would say that people first think of the immediate needs rather than that, but not for the time being. But energy efficiency is all the time something that we take care of.
Edmund?
Hi. Earlier you said that resources are being used in less and less sustainable fashion. Despite the Kyoto Treaty and what happened last year in Copenhagen, is that still the case, or how doesn't make sense to me?
I would say that because of the past years of unsustainable use, I mean that's why now with the let's say after the Copenhagen and now with the Commission currently ongoing targeted of having more and more sustainable way, this is what I meant. That we should regulate those aspects of just pure consumption without thinking of the environment. We should use more effective energy, more innovation, and think about recycling and reuse of products rather than just to have them until its end life and just to throw it into the landfill. That's what I meant.
Sustainability is highly relative with respect to natural resources. It means how to use natural resources and satisfy our wants without sacrificing the ability of the next generation to do the same. And the problem is that something that may be a natural resource today, maybe it's not a resource in 20 years. If the European Commission says no power plants anymore with coal, then coal will not be a resource at all. So that makes highly relative this issue of sustainability. Much important is the issue of efficiency and the use of natural resources. Tefik?
Yeah, just want to connect to this. According to estimates, Kosovo is a rich country with coal. So it's better now to use and explore the maximum coal than to switch or just thinking now of switching onto alternative energy.
But don't you think it should pollute more?
Yes.
But we will not have the resources anymore coal. And we know the capacity and actually the situation for Kosovo as a country in transition can be switched to alternative energy.
This also comes to the effect of decoupling because always environmental and economic development clashes most of the time. And okay, we use coal, but then we should use filtering and disposal of ashes and many other measures which are not implemented and are very costly.
Well, the only reason why we assume we should increase the intensiveness in the use of coal is to generate more output. But if you use national income accounting that respects the environment, then you will say, well, it doesn't matter how much you generate, but how do you generate it? Maybe with Kosovo we will generate more output, but also more pollution. So what was the price of generating this income? It's not so easy to make it.
And also I would like to tell you that according to the EU, the energy treaty that Kosovo is a signatory to, it should comply with the EU directives on low emission national plans, which means that after for Kosovo there is a set target, then even if you build a new plant, you should not emit more. The target will be, I would say, like a seal, it will be put and you cannot go above it.
But maybe they introduce also a market where we can trade on purchase and
And the purchase.
I was going to make that actual point because there is a market already for emissions trading.
I did not put it on purpose because we had a special actually PowerPoint presentation on the trade division, and it's more complicated matter and requires actually another hour of discussions on that.
Yeah, about the power plants, I mean, to have an effect on power plants, like you're saying, to make another one, there's a limit and stuff like that. Shouldn't be another way, because if you want to have another power plant that doesn't pollute so much the world, shouldn't be easy, like, to encourage people to do, and going back to that topic again, to do more green buildings, for example. Like, I know that your organization can affect even in the government to make a new rule, for example, if the building is going to be a green building, they won't pay taxes, for example, for the next two years.
Well, I mean, the
They don't pay taxes.
They don't pay taxes.
I know, but if
they
you keep them in control, they will pay after 2 years.
I would say this is a good incentive, and maybe let's say the government should think about it when they do I would say we should do the green procurement. So the more there is green buildings, and actually to, instead of new buildings, to have a green area in front, even will be a much.
We have more green buildings, then we don't have to make another power plant, we have to take more, because we use only 60% less energy.
We should put you in the Ministry of Energy.
So go on.
Yes, we hear about millions of euros being sponsored by the EU and other organizations for CAC and Kosovo's environment, but we never see changes. Where can we see the transparency on the financing side?
I would say that I don't remember which year, it was a CARDS program that we invested a bit in Kosovo B power plant in the
But the
control.
money that was sponsored was not all invested in there, because the money it was a huge amount, but
There is one thing one should understand. Let's say we don't give a direct money. I don't transfer the money from EU Commission bank account to the Kosovo bank account. It's not done like that. Most of the assistance is through either infrastructure, through works that you can see, through technical assistance, let's say capacity building support, or through supplies of an equipment. And all of this assistance is through experts that come and give advice, workshops, awareness, and the visible effects will come, I would say, later. It's a long process. So it's harder to see an actual result. I do agree, but the form of assistance is different now. With the new power plant, you know that large donors will contribute into the building, so you see actually something.
But who audits those finances? Who is auditing those spendings?
For us, it's the Court of Auditors that audits our spendings, and we are accountable to the Commission and the European Parliament for this. But as I said, for us, it's a technical assistance support. We do not want it to invest anymore in Kosovo A or Kosovo, because we said the biggest polluters, and we would like to see an alternative to those two power plants.
So you're building a new power plant?
Not we, the World Bank is going to build.
The World Bank?
The World Bank, maybe not anymore, because in the past they pledged some fundings. But still we would, I would say, work towards the closure of at least the Kosovo A, which is a very, very old power plant. I think it was built in the 60s, 67, sorry. But still, I mean, there is, as you said, we are accountable for this, but also we need the commitment of the government to continue into applying low emission levels and to invest in a better infrastructure.
Can we as citizens see those spendings? Are they transferred? I mean, I would like to see.
For
The
instance,
assumption that the EC is corrupt. Chase the punk.
I
I
know.
see it.
Yes, this is the